take a single image and convert it to a sculpture. This is way easier than the meshy example that I have already on this YouTube account. So you go to MakerWorld's and you go over to Maker Lab, scroll down, and right here where it says Make a Statue, hit Start. You can see I've already experimented here. So I'm going to go to Start a New Project. I'm going to delete this one off. So this is the one that I made that is similar to what I made with Meshy, and then I had to bring it into Blender. But this one was done with Maker Lab. So let's go Start New Project. Let's go find our file. So this is the one that I made that other statue with. And this is an image of my dad. Both of these are their first year at their job. So let's hit open. And this is the image that we're going to use. And we'll do generate. Now, it's going to take a while, so I'm going to pause the video, because even though it says 19 seconds here, last time I did this, it went up to 6 minutes, and it was pretty close to 6 minutes, but I'm not going to sit here and let you wait. So I'm going to pause this, and then we'll come back in once it generates the image. Once it generates, you can go up here and rotate this and kind of look at it. The nose looks a little bit too long. So this is something that you could bring into Blender and redo, make it better. But we want to go in and change the name. But for the most part, it's pretty good. It's way better than the last one that I did. And like I said, we can bring this into Blender and change up the file. So once we confirm this, it's going to use some credits. So you notice this will use 10 credits. So it's free for the first 5 times. I've already done the other one. That's why I'm at 40. So let's go ahead and go confirm. And then once you bring them in here, you can add like a base. So you click over here, you can add a base, pick the base that you want. You can go in, add glasses. He actually does wear glasses, but he didn't for this photo. So if you wanted to change that up and add glasses, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take the base off. And you can do transformations in here. So you can do scaling. Let's see if we can bring that in some. Yeah, see, so now I can bring that nose down some. I'm not going to do it too much. That looks a little bit better. And we can bring this into Blender and do a better job. So here I'm just bringing down. That's a little bit better. So this will save you from having to go into Blender. The advantage of bringing it in Blender is we could bring in a photo next to it and really get a good comparison. That's better. I like that one better. Yeah. It's going to be good enough for what we're going to do. And now we're going to download. So I'm going to copy this link. We're going to download the STL, and you'll see that go to our downloads, and we're going to download the 3MF. And then I've got a file that I saved these in. So once you've got your file, go to Bamboo Labs. Start new project. Go File, Import. Find your file. So here's the one I made of my mom. This is the STL here. And we can scale that down. Let's just go 50%. Bring that over. Let's go File, Import. So this is the 3MF. Let's just go ahead and bring in the STL. There we go. Now we can get those scaled right next to each other, and then we'll print these off. So I'm going to show you the cast that I did from using Meshy and Blender. And then once we get these cast, we can do a comparison in another video. Let's get hers cut. Let's bring this down. Out there. We do not want to keep the lower part. Let's perform the cut. Yeah, that's flat. And I think we'll do, his is a little bit better because I want to keep that tie. And I think I'll keep his like that. I think it'll lay down flat enough. But I'm going to do just a quick slice here. Let's bring that down. Not much. So like I said, I still want to keep part of that tie on there if I can. Let me move that over. Just to make sure it's flat. There we go. Yeah, that actually looks really good to be able to do it that fast. All right, now let's go preview. Print plate. Now I've got to go set up my printer.
All right, these were done with Meshy and then brought into Blender. So this is the method that I used in the previous video. So now we're using MakerWorld. We're going to do a similar process. The ones that we did with Meshy and Blender, these were the casts that we did with Lost PLA in aluminum. This is the cast that I did of the smaller model in sand, so sand casting, but it had large grains in it. So we're going to redo that with finer sand, and I haven't finished cleaning this up. And we will cast these new STL files that we just used with MakerWorld. We'll use the same process, printing them off in PLA, doing Lost PLA, and sand casting. This one was sand casted. You can see the powder that I used to remove it from the mold. And we'll see how these turn out and be able to compare it to the Meshy with Blender. Meshy with Blender takes way longer.